Society hands almost all of us the exact same script. You get excellent grades, secure a prestigious degree, land a respectable job, and put your head down for 40 years. That relentless effort is supposed to guarantee your financial security. My poor dad executed that script flawlessly. He acquired degrees from Chicago, Northwestern, and Stanford. He spent his entire adult life working tirelessly inside that traditional framework, fully believing his loyalty and labor would eventually be rewarded with true independence. But when he reached the end of his life, the reward never materialized. He passed away, leaving behind bills that still needed to be paid. His effort was never the problem. The failure was mechanical. He was pouring his energy into a system constructed specifically to limit his upside. You cannot outwork a ceiling that is built into the architecture. The conventional path of endless labor is a choice, not an inevitability. There is a second, parallel trajectory available to anyone willing to look for it. That first, wider path is what my rich dad called the E and S side. That stands for employees and the self-employed. The defining characteristic of this side is the transaction. You are explicitly trading your hours for a paycheck, which means the exact second you stop working, the income stops flowing entirely. Beyond the time constraint, there is a massive structural penalty. The tax system dictates that the government takes its cut directly off the top, before it ever reaches your bank account. The government always gets paid first. Because of this absolute rule, individuals in this quadrant pay the highest tax rates. With your earnings capped by time and heavily drained by taxes, math dictates your behavior. You are forced to work continuously harder simply to maintain your current standard of living. My rich dad chose the alternative. He walked the B and I side, the domain of business owners and investors. Here, the entire operational objective shifts. You do not trade hours. Instead, you build or acquire self-sustaining systems that generate revenue, whether you physically show up or not. And this is where the outcomes diverge drastically. Despite generating significantly more wealth, individuals on the B and I side legally pay the least amount of taxes. This chart shows exactly why. The government relies on entrepreneurs to create jobs and build the assets that sustain the economy. So the tax laws are written as deliberate incentives to reward the people doing that building. The wealthy do not evade the rules. They simply choose to operate inside the specific system the government has designed to reward them. Getting into that lane requires a different kind of effort. As my rich dad used to say, it is much harder at the start, but vastly easier when you reach the finish line. Making that leap is not a theoretical exercise from decades ago. People are crossing that exact divide right now. Take Robbie Blanchard. He was an everyday gym owner. He had no digital product, no email list, and zero background in online business. His trajectory shifted when he implemented a simple 3-step system. He built a digital asset that functioned independently, effectively crossing straight over to the B and I side. By letting the system do the heavy lifting, he generated $6.5 million in personal commissions, completely detaching his income from an hourly wage. And the model is replicable. His students have applied that exact same architecture to generate over $108 million in verified sales. Accessing this second path requires a level of awareness my poor dad was never given. He spent his entire life working inside the only system he was ever shown. But now that both trajectories are clearly visible, you have a choice to make. You can stay on the default path of endless labor, or you can start building the system that